Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel, to the new year. I can't believe that it is 2019 already and that January is almost over. So I guess that means it's about time for me to upload this month's Plan With Me BuJu journal. After a few months of not bullet journaling, I am so excited to get back into it in the new year. I have found that I'm more committed to journaling when I really love the journal that I'm using. This one is the Blue Sky Papers Refillable Traveler's Journal in Burnt Sienna. It comes with 3 moleskins on the inside, a blank one, a lined one, and a gridded journal. And the ever ongoing debate around our studio is it moleskin or moleskine? How do you say it? Let us know in the comments. All right, let's get started. So as usual, I am starting out with a pencil, drawing very lightly to kind of work out the placement of my design and how it's gonna look before I fully commit with my markers or pen. It's totally okay to use your eraser, and I suggest investing in a good one that doesn't smudge or leave marks. And then also use your ruler to guide you. Originally, I thought I was going for a pretty simplistic design, but simplicity doesn't really come natural to me. So I love how it turned out. It's pretty groovy, and I hope to have a groovy year, so I think it's perfect. I added a thin dark outline to the orange numbers to really make them pop off the page. All right, now for the next spread. I am creating a funky flower power pattern on the left side, and then I have plans to accompany it with a positive quote on the right hand side of my page to get the good vibes going. I am using a ruler to help me get my letters straight and to help center the words on the page. For now, I'm keeping with a warm color palette using various shades of pinks and oranges and yellows, but knowing me, I am probably going to switch it up and introduce other colors on different spreads. I'm keeping my lettering pretty simple on this spread, just using my normal handwriting, but in all caps. Well, mostly, and then a bit of cursive lettering with a drop shadow just to make it pop. Using the black marker really helps with this too. I am using the Moz Art dual brush pens or markers in this video. They are my favorite kind of markers and just lettering pens to use, especially with the dual tip, and I will link them below for you. The only downside to these moleskin journals are that the pages are a bit thin, so if the bleed through bothers you, you can glue the pages together, but this really isn't a necessary step. I just suggest using a glue stick or maybe like rubber cement if you want to do that so your pages don't get wrinkly. Okay, now I'm going to use my ruler to help me space out my year at a glance mini calendars. Of course, use a pencil so you can erase, because chances are you will mess up here. This is a very tedious spread. I added the black and white striped tape just as a fun decorative element to the spread, and then kind of continued with a similar color palette. Before I lay out the next 6 months of the year, I am going to fill this spread with some more positive affirmations. It's kind of perfect that I messed up and ran out of room for the word perfection, so I let it be. And then finish the design off with some line work. Mind over matter, progress over perfection. Good words to live by, I think. Okay, so my camera stopped recording, so I did a lot of this off the camera. So I'm going to do a little flip through of these pages to show you what spreads I created and talked a little bit about each one of them. Right here is my goals spread. On the left-hand side, I did quotes with little awards, I guess, and not quotes. And then my top 3 professional and my top 3 personal goals. At the bottom, I chose a word of the year, and I will tell you that in a second. On this spread, on the left-hand side is my professional, on the right-hand side is my personal, kind of a flow chart for the different quarters of the year of which goals I should be meeting, the plan of action sort of thing. This page, just another quote on the left, and then on the right-hand side is where I can make lists of things I want to do throughout 2019. Now I am ready to begin my actual spreads for the month of January, starting with the large calendar spread. Of course, I am beginning using a pencil and a ruler and eraser because this spread is another tedious one, but at least it's large and doesn't have as many numbers as the year at a glance. I'm sticking with the same similar warm color palette of pinks, yellows, and orange, and using the same similar lettering styles as before, a mix of cursive with a little bit of a drop shadow, and then my normal or natural to me handwriting. I am still bringing in the added element of the striped washi tape just to continue on and bring this month in with the rest of the theme. So this spread is for my goals for January specifically, professional and personal. I can list them out and then list steps for them. And then on the left-hand side is just kind of a spot for me to brainstorm blog and YouTube ideas. Right here, I am laying out my sleep tracker spread and my yoga spread for the month of January. And surprisingly, this page again was, well, not surprisingly, it was tedious, but it was surprisingly one of my favorite spreads. I never really been good at keeping up at the tracker, but the way that this spread is designed, it really makes me want to use it. And I'm going to fill up each little palette or flower petal with numbers and color them in different colors for each day to symbolize the days that I've done yoga, and the same thing with the yoga tracker or the sleep tracker to track my hours of sleep each night. Earlier in the video, I said that I would tell you what my word of the year was, and this year I chose the word discipline. I hope that I can implement more discipline in my life this year, personally and professionally, and see how it improves things. So I kind of am literally making it the focus of this page and of this drawing. At the end, if you can't tell what it is yet, you will see that it's supposed to be a woman or a girl wearing sunglasses, daisy sunglasses, keeping with the groovy theme, with a groovy hairdo, groovy pair of sunglasses that say discipline in the center of them. So keeping my eyes focused. I decided to add the black outline to really make everything pop on the page and read really well. So I kind of love flipping back and forth through these pages. I think that it all has that groovy theme that I kind of set on the 2019 cover page. So here is dry January, which I'm not necessarily doing completely dry January, but I want to track how many days I don't drink in the month, and I'll color in raindrops, and then just another positive affirmation on the right hand side. Here is where I will meal plan for each week of January. And then the rest of the pages are just quotes, positive affirmations, and different doodles or designs that I've done that I just wanted to fill up the rest of this month's Moleskine journal with fun and inspiring quotes and art. So here's the total flip through so far, and I freaking love it. This is after I've used it a little bit. I love this page with a little envelope. I glued the envelope to the page and put a little quote that I actually cut out of a magazine. So instead of doing out the daily spreads, because I've found that I don't really use those because I'm more of a person that lists things, I'm doing a daily list. And that front page was just a quote that I find inspiring. And I hope that you found this video inspiring. If you did, do us a huge favor, like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that we can keep more of these videos headed your way. If you're interested in shopping the refillable traveler's notebook, you can do so at Blue Sky Papers, and I'll link a direct link to shop below for you. And we will see you next month.